What's up, YouTube? Tony Belcher here with yet another deck profile. This is my Chaos Synchro deck. This is sort of just a fun deck that I built, for hoots and giggles and stuff like that. Missing 3 cards for it. Missing a Tour Guide, Firehand, and Ice Hand, which my friend has. So I'm going to get those back from him as soon as possible. But without further ado, let's get started on the deck profile with the little monsters. We got one effect failure. Of course, it's a chaos deck and it's a light. It's a tutor, so of course it would fit in this deck. I have one Dandelion. Dandelion's good to bring out tutors and stuff, and it also allows you to get its tokens, so you can use it as a tutor fodder. Marshmallow. This is one of my favorite cards, and it is one of the very few cards that I just love using. Its effect is kick-ass. When you attack it face down, your opponent takes 1,000 points of damage, and it can't be destroyed by battle. Just a great card. It's also a light monster, so it fits in the protege of a Chaos Synchro deck. One Plague Spreader Zombie. It's a tutor, it's dark, it's fantastic. It can come back from the graveyard just by simply returning one card from your hand to the top of the deck. It's no explanation. Neospacia Grand Mole. A lot of people don't like this card. I think it's funny. I think it's extremely trollish. It's just a great card. Nothing bad to say about it. Curry Bandit. This card allows me to send any card, or allows you to activate the top 5 cards of your deck, add any spell and trap card you want, and send the rest to the graveyard. It gets Dandelion in the graveyard, Plague in the graveyard, any darks you like, you can summon BLS, and it's a dark itself, so it fits the criteria. One Kremens. Once again, tuner, level 2. When it's attacked, you can negate the attack by simply paying 800 life points. It's a good defender, and it allows you to tune on your next play. Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind. Once again, a great card. It's also a tutor. It can have any monsters attack on the field permanently. It's a great card, and once again, it's a dark, so it fits the criteria. Firehand and Ice Hand. Now, I only have one of each at the moment because, like I said, my friend has the other two, or the other one of each, rather, and I run 2 of each because their effects are just great. Not only that, but they make good XZ fodder when you're in trouble, when you want to get your bigger monsters out on the field. These are 2 really good cards, and I'm glad I was able to pick up a couple. And of course, one Thunder King Rhino. This card is the king of light monsters at the moment. It's just great. There's no need for an explanation for it. Alright, on to the spells now. I run Double Enemy Controller. This card is very underrated. I've never seen anybody else run it in this format, but it's still a really good card. Great for defense or great for offense. Say your opponent has a big monster on the field and you have a little monster, you just take their big monster and beat him in the face with it. Next up, Double MST. Once again, this card is self-explanatory, spell and trap destruction, so my monsters can attack through and range out and all-out assault. One Allure of Darkness. I have 9 dark monsters in this deck, so Allure of Darkness is a big help. It's also good for draw power. One Book of Moon. Great defense card. Can help flip back my Marshmallow face down, so my opponent dumb enough to run into him again, he takes another 1,000 points of damage, so haha. Dark Hole. Mass destruction to set up your plays. Just no explanation right there. Foolish Burial. This card is used for many purposes in this deck. Sending any light or dark monster you may need for Dark Arm Dragon or BLS, or sending Dandelion to get those tokens out to Synchro stuff. Mind Control. Another obvious card in here. Steal your opponent's monsters and synchro with it. Just no explanation really needed. Regeki. Self-explanatory. Soul Charge. Once again, self-explanatory. I also said in my 6 Samurai video that I do not run any deck without it. And this deck is no exception. On to the big monsters. Which you probably guessed what a couple of them are already, because I've already said them. So, but first of all, we start off with Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon is a light monster and is a beast when you can special summon him straight off the bat. Just a good overall card, and I wouldn't run Chaos deck without it. 1 Jinzo. Now, I run a lot of traps in here. I run 10. So you might be saying to yourself, well, Jinzo's just a little redundant, isn't it? I mean, you're running 10 traps, but you're running a Jinzo. Yeah, well, my opponent can, set a lot of traps and stuff. And I don't need my traps to win. They're just there for defense. So, Jinzo is alright by my standards. 1 Gores, the Emissary of Darkness. This card is self-explanatory, makes a great, take the bait card, and can set up a lot of plays for me. With 9 dark monsters, you gotta run Dark Arm Dragon. It's not even a question. You have to. And then, of course, one of the obvious monsters in this deck, Lackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. Just a great overall card. It fits the light and dark criteria, not much I can say about that. Alright, now on to the traps. 1 Black Horn of Heaven. Stops my opponent's special summons, screws up their strategies. Bottomless Trap Hole. Once again, stops my opponent's monster from being summoned, and screws up their strategies. Ceasefire. I run a lot of effect monsters, so does my opponent. Let's deal a lot of damage, shall we? 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device. Staple card in this deck. No explanation needed. 1 Prison. Good card, great for defense. Can destroy monsters that can't be destroyed any other way. 1 Fiendish Chain. Stop my opponent's monster from attacking, negate their effects, and just good overall card. 1 Magic Cylinder. This card is underrated by all and every single means necessary. I can't tell you the difference about how many times this card has saved me during a duel. It has killed my opponent so many times. When I pulled off this one maneuver when somebody had a Quasar on me, and he attacked, and I deprisoned it. He negated it, and I chained with Magic Cylinder, killing him. And he was not happy about it, but it was still funny. And it won me the duel, won me the match, and I fell in love with this card. Mirror Force. No explanation needed. Destroys all your opponent's monsters when they attack. It's a bitch card. I love it. 1 Solemn Warning. Once again, no explanation needed. Negate any summon or any effect that allows you to summon a card. It just... great. 1 Torrential Tribute. Basically the Mirror Force when it's summoned. Destroys all your monsters on the field. That's pretty much self-explanatory. On to the extra deck. 1 Catastor, 1 Armades, 1 Goyo. These are self-explanatory. They're great cards. They fit the criteria of the deck. Armades is light, Catastor is dark, and Goyo Guardian is just a bastard. And that's what this deck is basically all about, being a bastard. Crimson Blader, Stardust Dragon, TG Hyper Librarian, and Thought Ruler Archfate. You synchro a lot in this deck, so Librarian is necessary. Crimson Blader, you don't want your opponent to get out their big monsters. Stardust Dragon to stop destruction cards, and then Thought Ruler Archfiend to gain a crap load of life points from destroying your opponent's monsters. Fun stuff right there, folks. Zenmaines, Black Ship of Corn, and 101 Silent Arc. I'm missing the Gusto Emerald, and I'm missing an Exotontite, so that's why I'm not running them in here. But here is my 3XEs for now. Wind Up Zenmaines, because I have a lot of level 3s, and it is a good level 3. It can protect itself, just a great card. Black Ship of Corn in 101, shouldn't need an explanation. And there you have it. That is the deck. I run no side deck because I don't do that. So, if you don't like that, I apologize. But I really don't care. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Screw the Rules 666 signing out. Take care.